Yesterday it was announced that Ross Wilson has left his role as Sporting Director to join Nottingham Forest. Now begins the search for a new Sporting Director ahead of a really busy summer for Rangers. In today's video we will discuss the favourite, as it was reported that Rangers have found their man. Not only that, we will also go over all the latest Rangers news for the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into today's video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Rangers content. Gerard admits he completely understands why Rangers fans are so frustrated at his exit from Ibrox. The former Liverpool and England captain concedes that in a perfect world he wouldn't have left Rangers for Aston Villa mid-season. So it is for that reason that the 42-year-old can sympathise with fans who felt let down by his move to the Premier League in November 2021. Gerard, who was sacked by Villa in October last year, told the League Managers Association magazine, "In a perfect world, I would never have left in that way, and I completely understand the frustrations that the club and supporters felt when I left Rangers. When the opportunity arose, as well as being able to manage a club of Villa's stature in the Premier League, the chance to be nearer to my family was very important in my decision making. There were also members of my coaching staff who were eager to test themselves in the Premier League. One of his coaching staff, Michael Bill, is now on the hot seat at Rangers, having served under Gerard as his first team coach during his time in Glasgow. Gerard has no regret over his move to Villa Park, which ended after less than 1 year. He added, "Villa gave me the opportunity in the Premier League, and it was a successful experience initially, because we achieved the test of guiding the team away from the bottom of the table to safety. I've had time to analyse and reflect thoroughly on the challenges of our second season. In football you have to learn from your mistakes and take strength from success. You have to recharge, wait to be patient for the right moment to return. I have been offered opportunities to manage at club and international level since I left Villa, including an exciting opportunity in an overseas league, but none have been right for me at this time."
Just a quick one before we get back into the video, guys. We've released our brand new merchandise. We've got our Graham Souness Tim Scalping t-shirts, along with our Michael Beale Stan Smith tees. Do shop the collection by going to rfcclothing.com or going down into the link in the description. Let's get back into today's video.
Ross Wilson has moved to offer his sincere thanks to Rangers staff after securing a move to the Premier League with big spending Nottingham Forest. Rangers will net a transfer fee after their sporting director was lured south. The 39-year-old has been a controversial figure with their fans over poorly perceived recruitment and failure to engage, but Wilson had nothing but positive things to say as he departed the club. Ross Wilson said, "I would like to thank the players led superbly by captain James Tavernier and the manager Michael Bill, as well as those who have came before them and in the 3.5 years I spent at Rangers. I would like to thank Douglas Park, Stuart Robertson and the board for their support. I wish John Bennett, a true Rangers man, a successful chairmanship. This is a great club and there's so many reasons for Rangers to face the decades ahead with optimism and pride. Thank you for your support. I wish everyone associated with Rangers nothing but the best for the future." New Rangers chairman Bennett thanked Wilson for his work at the club. He said, "I would like to sincerely thank Ross for his enormous contribution to the development of Rangers both on and off the pitch. Whilst we have enjoyed silverware and excellent European progress during his time, his legacy will be development of the Rangers training centre into a top-class environment and the integration and success of our women's programme." Rangers are expected to have a very busy summer, with the club set to deal with a squad overhaul. Ahead of the summer, Rangers will look to appoint a new sporting director, and reports suggest they may have already found him. Back in 2019, Rangers interviewed multiple candidates, one of which included Paul Mitchell, who was a talent spotter at Spurs. Mitchell ended up leaving Spurs after reports his dream job turned into a nightmare after a fallout with Daniel Levy, and he moved to RB Leipzig as head of recruitment and development. There were repeated links to Manchester United, but his next switch turned out to be France with Monaco. Mitchell's recruitment successes have included Dele Alli, Him Yang Son, Kieran Trippier and Toby Alderweireld at Spurs, and Matthias Kuhns, Nordi Makiuli and Emil Smith-Rowe on loan from Arsenal whilst at Leipzig. He recently revealed he will be leaving Monaco after accomplishing his mission and would be returning to the UK to be closer with his family. Whether or not Rangers would be interested in holding fresh talks, or if Mitchell would still be interested himself, remains to be seen, but the previous links are there and he will be available. Barry Ferguson has claimed that Rangers are close to signing a striker. The former Ibrox captain made the revelation while speaking on Go Radio's football show. The 45-year-old admitted he doesn't know who the potential transfer target is, but he is aware that his old club are closing in on a deal this summer. Ferguson believes it's imperative that Michael Bill hones in on game-changing striker to spearhead his Ibrox rebuild for next season, especially with Alfredo Morelos' likely departure Kemar Roof's injury record, and Antonio Collach's loss of form. The ex-Scotland international said, "Number 9s we have spoken about. They are so hard to find, they cost the most money, and Michael Beale has got a big job on his hands. I do believe they are close to signing one. I don't know who it is, so it'll be interesting to see. A number 9 is high on the priority list for me. I'm confident if he has the funds, Beale will bring in the right players." Mark McGee has urged Billy Gilmour to consider a move to the English Championship as he continues to struggle to find game time at Brighton in the Premier League. The former Ibrox youngster exited Chelsea last summer as he switched to the Seagulls, but after a change in manager he quickly found himself struggling for first team minutes. Gilmour is now at somewhat of a crossroads in his career, and he recently did not feature for Scotland over a double-header against Cyprus and Spain. McGee, a former Brighton manager, is a season ticket holder at the club, and he would love to see more of Gilmour, but he insists he might need to look for a move out of the club. He told The Sun, "Billy will hopefully find a manager who wants to make him the key player of a championship side. They can build a promotion charge around him. He's got all the talent to make them tick and be their star player and really get his confidence up." Billy's still only 21, so go to the Championship, don't see it as a backward step, see it as a first step forward in a while. Then Gilmour can find his level, and if that's the Premier League, then he comes back into it. If he was playing in the Championship and was turned into the focal point of the team, as Barry Bannon is for Sheffield Wednesday in League One, he could take it back up to the other level and give it another go. There will be big clubs looking to get back up. That's where Gilmour could find his place down every week, and he'll definitely find himself again. Billy needs to rediscover his self-belief and confidence, and he's not going to find that by playing a few minutes every week. Those bits and pieces here and there are not going to be any use. Go and play between 35 and 40 games at a really tough level, and come out of it Player of the Year. We know he's capable of that. We loved watching him play well for Scotland. If it's abroad, I don't know. Brighton have the Belgian club Union Saint-Gilloise. But I believe if he went to the Championship, it could be a really positive career changer for him. Brighton are brilliant at choosing the right place for players to go on loan and do well. Former Rangers man Jason Cummings has been offered a mega bucks deal to quit Australia and move to ambitious Indian big spenders Mohan Bagan. But although his club Central Coast Mariners owner accepts they are likely to lose the former Hibs, Rangers and Dundee star, who switched nationalities from Scotland to Australia and played in last year's World Cup, he insists he would be surprised if the Maverick forward's next adventure is with the Indian Super League club based in Kolkata. The 27-year-old has scored 17 goals for his club in just 25 appearances this season, and has a release clause despite having a year left on his contract. And Central Coast Mariners owner Richard Pele expects plenty of interest in Cummings, who has resurrected his career by going down under. He said, "Who knows where Jason will end up, but there's a good chance he will go. I really hope he stays and we are able to sign him up for another 2 years. He currently has a year left, and I hope he agrees to stay for at least that amount of time. But if he does go, I'd be surprised if it was India. It would have to be a big money offer. Ultimately though, if he wants to go, we won't stand in his way. We are not in the business of preventing players from moving on if they have an opportunity that is good for them and reasonable for us. He turns 28 this year, and will be looking to shore up his financial situation, and set himself up post-football, and we understand that. If it is my choice, as I've said, I'd love him to stay because he's been a tremendous character and has been great for us on and off the pitch. He's done a great job for us, scored a lot of goals, and off the back of that, he's become part of the Socceroos setup and got to play at the World Cup." Rangers fans, what do you make of Wilson leaving, and do you think it's best for both parties? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of the video, guys. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Rangers content. Thank you, take care, peace.